Hello, everyone. I've been saying I'm going to come on here and explain to you exactly why I believe the Oregon Duck football team is doing so much better than the other teams this year, besides the fact of which we have played a couple of teams that just really aren't up to our standard, I guess you should say. We're really going to be tested when it comes to the University of Washington. However, being a former Green Beret wife, I noticed right off the bat some of the terminology and the ideology that the Oregon team is using that is very, very similar to what Green Berets use. And I'm not talking military, I am talking specifically Green Berets. And Green Berets are set up to win people over, influence people, and become their friends. That is generally what Green Berets are sent in there to do. My ex-husband specifically was sent in to retain and recruit informants. You cannot do that if you are not part of something that is larger, which is brotherhood. Yes, you heard that in their 5 minute amazing, excellent videography against the CU Buffs, where the CU Buffs were all about negativity and I hate you and this is personal, when there wasn't anything personal at all. No one had done anything to them. They just kept doing this mantra of it's personal, it's personal, it's personal. Well, that's great. Here, in my calyx. That's what happens when you have blonde hair and you end up with these calyx. It wasn't personal. It was football. It was, okay, you want to prove something to somebody? Show us what you have. The Oregon Ducks, it was about they were building something all along. And you can see that Dan Lanning came in there to build something all along. He did not play D1 football. He did not play professional football. He came in there with a coach's mentality. Mike Leach, very famously, air raid offense. He wasn't a D1 football player, or I believe he might have been briefly, but he was a lawyer and he thought differently than a lot of coaches do. Dan Lanning thinks differently than a lot of coaches do. Dan Lanning is taking his ideology from Special Forces, Green Berets. It's not just one of us, it's all of us. It takes the entire team to win this game. Even if you're sitting on the bench, freshmen, we need you. Don't let us down. Don't let us down by pouting and sitting on the bench and being upset that you don't get to play in this game, because you don't know what's going to happen. And we found that out very shortly ago. Noah Whittington is out for the rest of the season. I watch professional football. I don't watch professional football unless my husband's watching the Saints. I'm an Oregon Duck. I don't watch the Seattle Seahawks. They're in Washington. No, I watch the Ducks. They're my team. Why did I watch professional football? Taylor Swift. Yeah, I'm not a Swiftie, but it was entertaining. Yeah, so I watched her. Aaron Rodgers is out. They have a 12-year-old that's playing their quarterback for the Jets. I was like, he looks like he's 12. I looked at my husband. I was like, don't they have somebody else? Because he looks awfully young. I think he's like a third string quarterback. He was pretty fucking good for just being dropped in there. I told him, I said, he looks better than Patrick Mahomes, and isn't Patrick Mahomes supposed to be really good? What's going on? I don't know. That's why Oregon Ducks are a brotherhood. Because we don't know when we might need you. That's why Dan Lanning plays the second and third string in the third and fourth quarter when we're so far ahead. That's why Bo Nix's stats might not be the same as Shedeur Sanders. Oh my God. Shedeur has to play all 4 quarters to either win a game or come close to getting a win or even getting on the scoreboard as they did with the Ducks. That's what he has to do. So yeah, his stats are higher. Bo Nix doesn't have to do that. So keep him in fighting shape. Don't let him get injured so that he can enter the draft and he will be in fighting form. Instead of Sanders, who has a very good possibility of getting injured after he got sacked, 7 or 8 times in the Oregon game? Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. But NFL teams aren't stupid. They aren't just looking at the stats. They're also looking at how many minutes this person played and why he only played that many minutes. Did the team need him for all that time? No, they didn't. Because they were beating Colorado 42-0. So they took him out so that you would be in prime form for the next game. NFL coaches and recruiters aren't stupid. And if Twitter can't understand that, I'm not sure why people like ESPN or Fox News college football or whoever that stupid loudmouth punter was that was talking smack about OSU and Wazoo, who were actually really awesome football teams that are getting shanked by them. If he doesn't understand how football works, get him off of the air. Nobody wants to listen to him anymore. Kind of like we don't want to listen to Deion Sanders. Everybody's tired of it. We're all tired of it. It's a car crash. People are watching to see what's going to happen. Who's going to beat up who? What are they going to do this week? That's the only thing that's happening. You're looking for money by hiring this car crash coach and this car crash team. Do you think it's going to translate into people going to see you? Do you really believe that person that got the Nobel laureate really wanted to say prime staff? I cannot believe he lowered himself to that. Oregon doesn't have to. Oregon is a brotherhood. Oregon's fans are always there. I have been watching Oregon football for 50 years. Come hell or high water. And in Oregon, that is literal. I have webbed feet and green blood. I will never, ever leave my Ducks. All the fair-weathered casual fans that have shown up for either the NFL because of Taylor Swift or CU because of the car crash circus that came to town. You all are different than what we have going on at Oregon, because we all are a brotherhood. Our fans have always been a brotherhood. And Dan Lanning brought that to the team. We are a military. Our team is a military. And we are marching to your city next to take it over. Watch out.